Hello, my name is Shay and welcome to our channel Coding with JS. We will learn logical operators and how short-circuit evaluation works.
Logical operators look like the simplest topic in this module, and an OR straight out of a truth table. But JavaScript does something surprising with them. They do not return true or false at all. They return one of the values you gave them. Once that clicks, a lot of real-world code makes sense, especially the default value patterns you see everywhere. Let us start with the in operator. We combine the value true with the string yes. A truth table would tell you the answer is true, but the actual answer is the string yes. The operator handed back one of our operands. Here is exactly how the in operator works. It looks at the left side and asks if it is falsy. If the left side is falsy, it returns that left value, because a falsy value on the left decides the whole thing. Nothing on the right could possibly make it truthy. So it stops and hands back the left value unchanged. But if the left side is truthy, the answer depends on the right. So it evaluates the right side and returns that instead, which is why we got the string yes back. The OR operator follows exactly the mirrored logic. It returns the left value if that value is truthy, because a truthy left side settles the question. Otherwise, it evaluates and returns the right side. An empty string is falsy, so we get the default back. That is where the classic default value pattern comes from. This behavior has a very important consequence. The right-hand side is not always evaluated at all. If the left side already decides the answer, it is skipped. That is called short-circuiting, and it is genuinely useful. It means you can put expensive work on the right, and it will only run when it actually needs to. It also means a function call there might never happen, which is a real source of confusion when debugging. You add a log to the right side and it never prints. The line is running, but that half of it is being skipped. The most common practical use is guarding a property access. Here we have a user variable that is currently null. Reading a property on null throws a type error immediately, so we guard it with the in operator. If user is null, the left side is falsy and we stop. The property access on the right never runs at all, so there is no error and we get null back. This pattern was everywhere before optional chaining existed. You will still read it constantly in existing code. Optional chaining is the modern replacement for this pattern, but the guard still appears in millions of lines today. Now we come to the biggest trap in this whole topic. The OR operator is the traditional way to set a default. But look what happens when the real value is 0. 0 is falsy, as we learned in the conversion video. So the OR operator decides 0 is missing, and it replaces it with the default instead. But 0 was a perfectly real and deliberate answer. A quantity of 0 items is meaningful information. A temperature of 0 degrees is a genuine reading. A score of 0 is not the same as no score. The same problem hits empty strings just as hard. Someone deliberately clearing a field means something, and false is a real Boolean answer, not a missing one. So the OR operator is too aggressive for defaults. This is exactly why the nullish operator was added. Two question marks together is the nullish coalescing operator. It only falls back on null and undefined. Both operators agree completely on those two values. Nothing else counts as missing, no matter how falsy. So 0 is kept as the genuine answer it is. An empty string is kept for the same reason. And false is kept because false is real data, which is almost always exactly what you wanted. Let us make the difference completely concrete. With the OR operator, 0 gets replaced by the default. With the nullish operator, 0 survives untouched. Same left value, same default, opposite outcomes. That single difference has caused countless production bugs. A pricing page showing a default instead of a genuine 0. So the rule is short and easy to apply. Use the nullish operator whenever you set a default. Use the or operator only when every falsy value is truly missing. That situation is much rarer than people assume. There is one more operator in this family. The exclamation mark is the not operator. Unlike the other two, it does return a real boolean. It converts its operand to a boolean and flips it. So not of a truthy value gives you false. Applying it twice converts without flipping. That double negation is a common way to force a boolean. We will look at it properly in the next video. One last practical note about combining these operators. You cannot mix the nullish operator with and or directly. JavaScript will throw a syntax error if you try. That restriction is deliberate to prevent ambiguity. Add brackets to say exactly what you meant. The language is protecting you from a subtle bug there. So let us gather everything together. And or return an operand, not a boolean. They stop early when the left side settles the answer. That short-circuiting powers both guards and defaults. But the or operator wrongly replaces 0 and empty strings. So reach for the nullish operator when setting defaults.